Cardi B pled guilty to the strip club fight that she was involved in 4 years ago, but was her sentence too light? Also, Saweetie talked about dealing with depression after her breakup with Quavo. I'm gonna break these topics down in this video. Stay tuned. Hello everybody, welcome to the Empressive channel. Cardi B recently pled guilty to the assault charges related to her fight at the New York strip club. Now, back in 2018, Cardi B ran up in the Angel strip club with her crew to hunt down the girl who was messing with her husband Offset. Now, it was alleged that one of the bartenders named Jade was messing with Offset. So Cardi ordered two of her associates to attack Jade and her sister Baddie G, and she offered them $5,000 to get the job done. And according to the prosecutors, they said Cardi was caught throwing objects, including a champagne bottle, at the two sisters. So Cardi not only ordered the attack, but she was throwing stuff at them as well. Now, this case has dragged on for about 4 years, and Cardi was fighting 12 charges, including 2 felony charges, which involve harassment, criminal solicitation, and conspiracy, etc. However, Cardi did cop a plea. She pled guilty to 3rd-degree assault and 2nd-degree reckless endangerment, and the other 10 charges were dismissed. Now, this was a sweet deal for Cardi because she was able to avoid jail time. Her only punishment was 15 days of community service, and she has to complete that before January of next year. If she doesn't complete her community service, she will be locked up. But y'all know Cardi is going to avoid jail time by any means necessary. So she was able to get a sweet deal. Unfortunately for one of her other associates, it didn't turn out that way. One of her attack dogs named Jeffrey Bush is serving 6 months in jail for his part in the assault. So he wasn't able to escape jail time, but Cardi was. Now, obviously, Cardi got off because she has the money and the power to avoid certain charges. And I think she has learned her lesson. I really do. I did read her statement, and she said, "A part of growing up and maturing is being accountable for your actions. As a mother, it's a practice that I'm trying to instill in my children, but the example starts with me. I've made some bad decisions in my past that I'm not afraid to face and own up to. These moments don't define me, and they are not reflective of who I am now. I'm looking forward to moving past this situation with my family and friends and getting back to the things that I love most, the music and my fans." So Cardi is at a place in her life where she wants to grow up and do better. And this is really one of the few times where Cardi has faced the repercussions for her actions. And she's now realizing that it's important to take accountability. And I can respect it. I can. She is at a different place in her life. She is a mother of 2. She has businesses, so she has a lot to lose, and she can't afford to be caught up in criminal activities anymore. Now, some people feel like Cardi got a slap on the wrist and they felt like her punishment was way too light. And I can understand why some people feel that way, because there are other people out there who have gotten harsher sentencing for something way less serious. In fact, this man, this poor guy, was sentenced to jail for 10 days for oversleeping and missing jury duty. He got 10 days in jail, and he has never had a criminal record before. So when you see somebody get jail time over petty things versus another person who gets a slap on the wrist for more severe things, it can be very infuriating. I get it. But Cardi is a celebrity, and she has the power and the money to get away with this. So she's not going to face the same treatment as a black person who has less resources than her. She will be given a pass. And it is unfair, but the justice system has always been unfair. So this is not anything new. I think the important thing at this point is Cardi has moved on and learned her lesson, and she knows not to do anything like this again. Now, does this mean that she's completely off the hook? Absolutely not. Now that she has pled guilty to what she did, the victims, Jade and Baddie G, have the license to sue. These women have been harassed, and Cardi sent a man over there to handle them. So you best believe they're gonna sue. So Cardi might not pay in jail time, but she's definitely gonna have to pay up some money. Let me pause and thank Scentbird for sponsoring this video. So, I have a question for you. What are your favorite fragrance notes? Well, I personally love the scents that are warm and sweet. With Scentbird, I'll never have a problem with getting the perfect fragrance. Scentbird is reimagining everything about how people discover, shop for, purchase, and even experience fragrances. With Scentbird, you can build up your very own fragrance collection. Scentbird allows you to choose new designer fragrances each month for just $17. Every month you get to pick out what you want to receive, so there are no surprises. With each fragrance, you'll get a 30-day supply so you can try out fragrances before committing to a full-size bottle. You can discover new fragrances by taking a simple quiz, and based off of your preferences, answers, and previous purchases, they'll help you find the fragrance that you'll love. Scentbird carries Prada, Gucci, Versace, and niche brands like Skylar, Heretic, and Confessions of a Rebel. This month I received 3 perfumes, one by Skylar called Fall Cashmere. This scent has a spicy roasted smell to it that reminds you of the magic of autumn. The next fragrance I received is by Deck of Scarlet called Solar Aura. And this scent has a very tropical citrus-like flavor. It's definitely something you could wear on sensual nights at the beach. And last but not least, I received a fragrance by Derek Lam 10 Crosby called All of Me. And this has a watery, juicy pear scent with floral notes. If you want your own collection of fragrances, make sure to use my coupon code Empressive55 for 55% off at scentbird.com. It's just a little over $7 for your first month, and it's available in the US and Canada. Please check out the links below, and once again, thank you Scentbird for sponsoring this video. Now moving on, I want to talk about Saweetie. Some days ago, Saweetie did an interview on Carisha Please, and she opened up about her breakup with the rapper Quavo. Believe it or not, she said that she was depressed after their breakup. Now, Saweetie and Quavo were dating for a couple of years, and they were the hot hip-hop couple that the blogs were posting and everybody was gushing over. They just seemed like they would last. However, last year, their relationship ended in a messy way. Now, it was alleged that Quavo cheated on Saweetie, and she broke up with him, and it resulted in them taking shots at each other on Twitter, and Quavo snatched back the Bentley he gifted her. Also, there was some footage that leaked of Saweetie and Quavo tussling in the elevator. It was just messy. However, Saweetie revealed that the breakup really took a toll on her, and she was depressed.
And there was a point where I was like just really depressed last year. Like one thing about me, like I'm not gonna complain. Like if I'm going through some personally business related, like I just keep it to myself. And I think that I had just internalized a lot from last year. Like last year was hard for me. Like I lost someone who I love. You know, when you think someone is your soulmate and you don't end up with them, it's hard. You know, a lot of people thought that I was just having fun in a single life, but I was hurt. Like I really loved him. I thought we was gonna spend, you know, the rest of our lives together. With him, I just knew it was the one. It was different. I was just like hella enthralled with just who he was as a human. Like, even if he wasn't a rapper, like I would have still like been in love with him. It was one of them type of things. Like, if he was a little mailbox man and if I came across you, like I would have still wanted your ass.
So how you felt when he took your car back?
Girl, I had to go get me a little rose because I was like, I really enjoyed my luxurious experience, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get one myself.
So, did Quavo ever cheat on you?
Huh?
Did Quavo ever cheat on you?
You know, I think the past is just the past, and I moved on since then.
So that's what Saweetie said about her breakup with Quavo. So she really was sad and upset, and she tried to move on and act like she didn't care. In fact, she was creeping around with Lil Baby. Now, if you know, Lil Baby had a beef with Quavo's group, the Migos. So I do think Saweetie was creeping around with Lil Baby to be petty towards Quavo. But it backfired because people found out about it. They found out that Lil Baby blew $100,000 on Saweetie in the Chanel store. And once the news hit the internet, Lil Baby tried to act like he had nothing to do with Saweetie. So he played her. And I think Saweetie was embarrassed by it because she did post a picture of her sitting on his lap. She did a lot and it just ended up backfiring on her. And like I said before, I think she did all of this to get under Quavo's skin. She was being petty because she was still hurt. I noticed that after everything that happened and after Lil Baby embarrassed her, she went quiet. She actually started laying low and she even cut off all her hair. And she had to recenter herself because she was really going through it. And she wasn't only going through it personally, but she was going through it professionally as well because people were not feeling her music. So she had to go back to the drawing board and get her life together. And I'm glad she did that. She seems like she's in a much better place now and her album is going to be dropping soon. So I'm gonna tune in for that and see how the album sounds. Anyway, tell me what you all think about this video down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching. And once again, thank you Scentbird for sponsoring this video.